Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today, officially, we are headed to Mississippi. We got invited to hang out with HowToBBQRight and their team and shoot a few videos this week. And we're extremely excited. We feel blessed for the opportunity. We're ready to rock and roll. You know, I think we're gonna shoot at least 2 videos. So one of them is gonna go on their channel. One of them will go on our channel. And then we're gonna shoot a podcast with Malcolm and Rochelle, and then we're gonna do another one with Mark Williams, Swine Life Barbecue, the Out the Smoke podcast. So we're gonna have a really busy week. We're going to be there and get there on a Monday, and we're gonna be filming from Monday all the way through Thursday. We're going to be filming this behind the scenes the whole week. We hopefully have a lot of cool things to show you guys. We'll take you inside of the world of HowToBBQRight, and then a little behind the scenes on what it looks like when we're filming as well. So stay tuned. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. If you do, let us know. Drop a comment down below. We can hopefully do a little bit more behind the scenes. But again, we are headed to Mississippi, and we are going to be filming officially with HowToBBQRight. Thank you guys for continuing to watch, hitting the subscribe button, allowing us to grow. Without you guys, opportunities like this do not come around. So thank you. Enjoy the video. We arrived at the Smokehouse Monday afternoon with plenty of time to get settled in and ready for our first filming session tomorrow morning. Okay, so you're gonna take it out, score it up, season it up?
Yep.
Okay. Good. We traveled over 800 miles. That's good for behind the scenes right there.
Perfect. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Through the magic of video, I got a whisk now.
All right. Yeah. What? That's perfect. That's good. You want to know? Yeah. We traveled over 800 miles for this smoked bologna chub.
5 pounds of porky goodness, Mississippi prime rib, AKA smoked bologna. Let's get to cooking.
All in one take. Usually it takes me like 3. Oh. You want to try, Sabrina? It is that good, right? The slaw is delicious. Well, that's a wrap on day 1 of filming here at the HowToBBQRight Smokehouse. Right now we're actually hanging out in the Smokehouse. We had a really good dinner. Mark Williams with Swine Life Barbecue made a delicious dinner. It was, I don't even know, what do we call that?
I don't know, it was like chicken and
It was like chicken over some really good bread with a tomato sauce topping, some cheese. Just such a delicious dinner. And then Tyler made up some fettuccine Alfredo, and he also made up a good dessert for the kids and for myself, for the wife. So now we're just hanging out. It was a really, really epic day. To be 100% honest, I was so shocked with how well, I don't want to say with how well everything went, but because I knew it was going to go well, but it just felt like everything flowed really, really well today. Malcolm was really, really easy to work with, and that was really awesome to see. One of the best things about that recipe in general was the slaw. I even said it in the video. You guys will see it on the channel. Well, you guys have probably already seen it on the channel. The slaw was truly so delicious, and it just brought such a good element to that dish. The bologna itself had so much flavor because it was charred a little bit. But man, enough of that. We're gonna get on to the rest of the video. We'll keep showing you a little bit of behind the scenes. Tomorrow is a big day for me. I'm cooking beef ribs on the channel. We're bringing them, we brought them all the way from Texas to Mississippi to try and show them some Texas style beef ribs. Hopefully we nail them. I really think that we're going to, and I think they're really gonna enjoy them. But let's go ahead and move on with the rest of the video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying some behind the scenes on our epic trip to Mississippi so far. It's been great. Malcolm, Rochelle, and the whole How to Barbecue Right team, they're just treating us so well. Feels like we're literally in a second home right now. It's just been amazing. So we'll roll on. You guys are gonna see a little bit of behind the scenes footage of the beef rib video. Let's get to it.
So while Alonzo is filming, the kids and I have been preoccupied by this ring on a string. What was your favorite thing about the Smokehouse?
The backyard.
Yeah, the backyard's nice, right?
My favorite part was playing with the dogs.
Penny, what was your favorite thing about the Smokehouse?
The food.
After a successful day of filming, we headed out to dinner, not realizing what the weather had in store. All right, this is the final day of us being here in Mississippi with How to Barbecue Right. Last night was actually really crazy weather. A tornado literally touched down like 300 yards from where we were. Didn't even know. Slept through the whole thing. And it's obviously a little bit scary. Hopefully everyone is good through that. But we do have a long day. And it is the last day that we're going to be hanging out with everybody. So we're going to be doing a podcast for the How to Barbecue Right channel. We're going to be doing some eating, which you guys will get some behind the scenes on that. And then I'm also going to be doing an Out the Smoke podcast. We're excited about that. A little sad that it's coming to an end, but it's been such a great week, and we're ready to wrap it up. So let's start the day off. So we just finished the podcast. I think it went really well. We're on our way to Memphis Barbecue Co. Malcolm, Rochelle, Tyler, Todd, they all said this place was pretty dang good. So we're excited to try out some Memphis style barbecue and just kind of compare it a little bit to Texas style barbecue and just see what, what it tastes like. I'm always looking to try different things, and I think this is gonna turn out really good. So we're gonna head over there right now.
So whenever I have friends come in from out of town, they want to eat barbecue, Memphis Barbecue, first place I take them. Show y'all what we're going to order here today. But whenever I come here to Memphis Barbecue, we got to start off with some appetizers.
Oh, heck yeah.
So they have, and if you look on this menu here, it says cheese fritters.
Okay.
They are fantastic.
Okay.
We're going to start with some cheese fritters. Got to get barbecue nachos. That's a Memphis thing. I don't know if y'all do a lot of barbecue nachos in Texas.
Not really.
But you're fixing to have some of the best barbecue nachos you've ever had. And then we're probably going to get some wings too. The sides ain't what we're worried about. We want the protein. We want that meat. And I want you to taste Memphis barbecue at its finest. They serve it as an appetizer, just like a table snack. I mean, I love it. I can sit here and get full on these, just trying the different sauces.
It's delicious.
Pete and Melissa Cookston, John David Wheeler started this place.
Uh-huh.
They're all world champions from the Memphis and May World Champion Barbecue Festival. They've all won it multiple times. Heck of a competition cooks. KCBS, MBN, Old Memphis and May Society. I mean, they do it as good as anybody in Memphis, maybe the best.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you what, just off the appetizer and the sauces alone, it's already starting off with a hit. You got to try it with the sauce, Sabrina.
So we're starting out, Alonzo. This is a traditional Memphis pulled pork nacho. Basically, it's a better tortilla chips with pulled pork, sauce, cheese, and all the toppings that go with it. It's fantastic.
The pork is delicious. The sauce is like perfect on that pork.
On the nacho.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I love the way they do their wings. They have different sauces and seasonings you can get on the outside, but
Yeah.
it's a smoked whole wing, and then they flash fry it to get it extra crispy on the outside, and then they dust it. So we got like a chipotle pecan, and you can really, I'm getting the pecan.
Yeah, you can smell it really, it's coming off it really well. The rub is delicious.
The pecan one, I like that a lot. It's really good. The star of the show are those cheese fritters. And to me, they look like hush puppies. They're like cheese hush puppies in a honey mustard sauce. But they have this special blend of cheese they mix up, and they get it really cold, and then they batter it like a panko and deep fry it. So when you break into that dude, it's phenomenal. Just wait till you try one. What do you think? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy how good that is?
I've never had anything like that in my life. Literally.
It's like a cheese puppy.
But then that sauce is really...
And the honey mustard goes right with it, yeah.
All right, Malcolm, I'm curious. We're away from the Smokehouse. Video was yesterday. What did you really think of that beef rib that I made?
They were as good as any beef rib I have ever had in Texas or that I've cooked. That was textbook beef rib. What gets me on it is the simplicity of the salt and pepper seasoning with just a little bit of your trifecta, just to give it that color. And the way the fat melted on top, and then at the end you cooked them long enough to where it's bubbly and squishy, and you could just see it oozing, and it just coated the meat when you sliced them.
Yeah.
Best bite of barbecue. Like, okay, pork belly. It's hard to beat pork belly.
Yeah.
Beef ribs is right there with it, maybe even better.
Tyler, what did you think? With YouTube, we can make anything look good, but what was it actually good?
I literally couldn't stop myself from eating it. My mouth was watering so much watching y'all cut into it. And when I finally got to eat a bite, I think I ate probably 9 whole pieces and then couldn't stop myself. And I think I was laying in bed about to fall asleep last night, and I couldn't stop thinking about them. So you tell me.
So for me, they're not that popular up around this area. So it's the first time I'd ever actually had them.
Oh, wow.
So I was excited to just be able to try them, because we've had brisket, people cook brisket here all the time. But just the fact that how well the fat rendered, it was just amazing and super buttery to bite into.
Last but not least, Rochelle, you got to be honest. You got to let me know how we did.
I'm always honest. It was as good as any beef rib I've ever had. Maybe the best beef rib I've ever had. I'm like Tyler, I made myself sick. I was like, I'm only going to have a bite. I'm only going to have 2 bites.
Like I said, with YouTube, you can pretty much make anything look good, but I like to get people's honest feedback on if it actually was good. So I'm glad everybody really enjoyed it. We were really happy to be able to get a really nice rack of beef ribs. Shout out to Tuttle's Meat Market. Cody, you're the man. And yeah, no, I'm glad everybody liked it.
So we've got 2 slabs of Memphis style baby back ribs. One is the dry style. This is the traditional Memphis rib. Underneath, we have what they call muddy. 2 full slabs of rib out the gate. We've got chicken, we've got brisket, we've got Memphis smoked sausage, 2 half chickens, and then pulled pork.
When they're making them dry like this, are they smoking them with the seasoning on it the whole time? Because it almost looks like they reapply it in the end.
They do. That's all you do.
Okay.
So the way the Memphis dry rib works, it's identical to the way you cook ribs.
Sure.
Everything's the same. You use the same sauces. You can even wrap them the same way. It's all in how you finish it. So what they do, when these ribs are perfectly tender, they take them off the pit, and they dust them. And they let them sit a little bit. Now for the wet rib, it actually goes back on the pit, and you set a glaze like you do in a barbecue comp.
Sure.
Same thing, and so it just stays saucy, and then when they bring them back out, they shellac them over again.
Yeah.
So that's the only difference. This one just doesn't get any sauce. It's just about the smoke, the flavor of the pork, and the dry seasoning that's on it. That's what makes this unique to Memphis.
Awesome.
And I think, like being from Texas, the salt and pepper background, where you know it's about seasoning and smoke rather than sauce to cover something up. And I would guess you're going to gravitate towards that dry Memphis style.
Yeah.
This original restaurant in Memphis decided they wanted to come up with something unique, so they did barbecue spaghetti. And basically, it's a spaghetti pasta cooked with, instead of a traditional meat sauce like you would spaghetti, they do barbecue flair to it. So they actually use some pulled pork in it, but it's a barbecue sauce mixed in with like a traditional tomato sauce. And it's just a unique side dish to Memphis. You will not see this anywhere else except the Memphis area. So what you do is you come here with these tongs, and you get you some of this pulled pork, and you come right on top of your barbecue spaghetti. That way, you kind of load it up. Then you can drizzle that with some of their bold sauce here on the table, get even more flavor happening.
Out of this world.
Let's see if these ribs are tender. You can take them and break them. They are tender.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. We eat it family style, but a good Memphis rib shouldn't fall off the bone. But when you get ready to break it, look at that.
Oh yeah.
That's where it's at, my friend.
It's something about the way they do the dry rub, there is something about that.
I don't know, the seasoning melds into it. It just does something magical. All right, we got to do one more though. You got to go in and try the brisket.
Well, it's tender. I can tell you that much. It's tender. It doesn't have as much fat as a Texas brisket would. So we're basically looking to add fat as a piece of flavor with that brisket. So that's the biggest difference. And then of course I would say the bark, it's not real peppery, but it has a little bit of sauce on there, which is a little bit different. It's nice and tender for sure. It's overall a really good brisket. It's just a different style of brisket, right? It's not exactly what, like you said, you wouldn't find this in Texas, but over here, I can see how it works. It's still good, it's just different. They're really good.
Quiet, didn't it? Lonzo, would you come back?
Absolutely. The wings and the dry rub ribs, out of this world.
Ladies and gentlemen, That's Memphis Barbecue. See y'all next time.
Man, we just left Memphis Barbecue Company, and I was actually really surprised. It was really good, to be honest. The chicken wings with the dry rub on them, and the ribs with the dry rub on them, and even the ribs with the sauce on them, they were all really good. And then the chicharrones, like the pork rinds, putting the barbecue sauce on it, like, it really worked, and I really enjoyed that bold barbecue sauce. If I'm being honest, it's not that I expected it to not be good, I just didn't know what to expect, and it shocked me with how good everything was. So I was really excited about that. And now we're gonna head back to Malcolm's shop. I'm gonna be doing an Out the Smoke podcast with Mark Williams, Swine Life Barbecue, and that's really gonna be the last thing that we do before we get back to the Smokehouse and start packing up and get ready to go. And that's a wrap for the behind the scenes video. Headed to Mississippi, hung out with Malcolm, Rochelle, the whole gang, filmed all week, had an amazing week. If there's anything to say, it's that Malcolm and Rochelle are just the best people ever. They treated us so well all week. We literally felt like we were at home, very comfortable. And the thing I love about it is when it's time to get to work, everybody got to work, and I saw a lot of things this week that I'm gonna take home and I'm gonna try and use to be better myself. You know, this is a lot of fun, right? This is a hobby, but at the same time, it has become a little bit of a job, and seeing professionals in a professional setting doing what they have to do there's really nothing like it. Just that experience alone is something that I hope all of you guys get to experience when it comes to something that you wanna do. So one more time, thank you to everybody that made this trip memorable for us. You know, we got a lot of compliments on the kids being good kids, so thank you to my kids for being really good all week, and we'll see you on the next video. If you guys like the behind the scenes, let us know. We can hopefully do a little bit more of these if we're, you know, competing, or if we're traveling to film, or if we're doing more vlog style content in general. I need to rest my voice for a few days because it was almost back. We went on the trip and I was basically talking all day, every day for 4 days straight. So I need to relax for a few days. We'll start filming again and we'll see you guys soon.